on. You guys can hear me, right? Alright. I guess this is on. Hi, what's up, guys? This is Edith Guzman. This is my first time live streaming. It is nice to see you. Let's see, who else is there? Let's see, John. I guess Hunter here, and Gregory. Hey there, Titan Trio Team. Nice to see you there. I guess this is my first time doing it, and I hope you guys really enjoy that. We can talk, and you guys can ask me some questions regarding on like some anything that you can ask for, as long as there's nothing inappropriate. I was hiding under the couch. Whew. Most people would be hide under the couch, but not most people can hide there because some of them have small space. Most people would hide under the beds. Sometimes we like do the same when I was younger. In case you guys might know me, I was in the Titan Trees team videos with making some voice lines for Lily Lovebraid for Lily Vision arc. And I just say I like got interested about voicing her. When I went approached about his class about with Lily Vision arc, and I was like, I reached out to him to ask, hey, maybe you can have like a female to voice as Lily Lovebraid, and even though I would like to voice her. And then he said, okay, and that took a little while, and we both had started our alliance together. He gave me the lines for Lily Lovebraid for Mr. Puzzles versus Lily Lovebraid videos, and there were only two parts that we did. And it took me a little while to voice as her, like couple months ago, and I was managed to lend the voices to him. And after I sent those voice lines to him, he got worked on that. And then when I saw his videos, it did pretty well. Except for one line that was kind of missing in his videos, like part one of Lily Vision. But he did say that he will have like a full one, and he will fix that up with all the lines that I provided for Lily. Oh, I also created the design for Mr. Winston for him for his SMGT series, which is like a fan series for SMG4. I bet you guys heard of it. And when I saw Mr. Winston, it was like a PNG art of Mr. Puzzles. And then I was like, maybe I would draw him in the different designs. And that was when I had some ideas about designing the characters with their outfits. I got to work and I did most of the poses and with emotions, like Mr. Puzzles have with faces. And I made him with the brown suit, and as far as I remember that he said about Mr. Winston, was like partially like the old policeman. I guess that's what he said like couple of months ago. Like months ago. And he told me the concepts about his future series and good thing for Mario the Music Box. And before you guys say anything, I'm aware about what happened with the creator. Uneasy policeman. Gotcha. So, it took me a while to work on Mr. Winston, like drawing him. Like sometimes I would like to draw from the 3D to 2D drawings because I find like the CGI were a little hard to make, and I only stick it with some like 2D cartoons or hand drawings. That's what I was growing up with when I was a kid. And yeah, I feel such inspirations to making some designs for characters. And yes, I am an artist because I did most of the artwork for as long as I remember. And I even have a DeviantArt account, and I also posted some artworks on Twitter and Instagram. I have made tons of artwork that some fandoms I'm into, like Sailor Moon, My Little Pony, and Super Mario Brothers, Sonic the Hedgehog, and I also did some fan arts of SMG4. I got into that last year since I've into SMG4 in around mid 2022. It took me a while to do some like fan arts of the series, and I took some inspirations because it is funny, it has such a drama, and it has some like interesting art. I also heard of a character you created called Lissy, I think. Yes! Yes, that is my OC for SMG4. And just to tell you the details, Blissey is an adopted daughter of Mr. Puzzles in my AU. Yes, I have an AU of SMG4. I had to say, Mr. I had to say, Lissy is a young girl with bionic limbs that she has since she lost them during fire incident as a kid, like younger, and she was adopted by Mr. Paulson after her mother left her. He raised her like a father that he didn't have, and for my theory that I would like gather up in my AU that Mr. Paulson made a deal with the evil spirit to become a villain, and how that he had manipulated the entity for a crew, and he was doing that for her protection. Otherwise, she would be killed. And I have gathered some of like informations with my AU. I also doing some similar to your AU with Mr. Puzzles and Lily Lovebirds in SMGT series. Yes. Yes, I know you told me that before. Anyways, it might be anyways, as for my AU, during the Puzzle Vision arc, Puzzles has tried to get the 5 stars. And this is a Blitzine is a supporting one, but she was unaware of his evil deeds. He kept that as a secret. And let's just say that I made my character Blitzine, like having her character arc in my artwork. And after his defeat in World 2024, he was in jail and left Blitzing alone. And during the months of isolation, she had met Mr. Weapons, who took her in under his wings to be a young assassin. And she got into that because she wants to take back the SG4 crew and wants to be stronger instead of being a defenseless child. And in my artwork, like around June, she met the SG4 crew and she tried to attack them, but let's say SG4 used her weapons to trap her inside of that. Inside trapped with the static balls, and that made her lost her memories. What's the next page of the Daughter of Puzzles? I'm thinking about that when, let's just say I'm a bit of a hiatus because due to some other things outside of the internet. Let's say like I got busy to do a bit of job training on every Monday and Wednesday. And I will get to creating on the next comic. And you all didn't know that I'm the voice actor of Alice in STT series. Thanks for reminding me that. Thanks to remind that. And yes, that is the fact that I will be voiced as Alice in the STT series for Mario the Music Box arc with Mr. Winston. And let's say when I provided the voice for his trailer, which is that will be happening like soon, I don't know when. And he did say that my voice as Alice it sounded familiar, like a one from House of Masters Alice Returns arc series. And let's just say that I watched the whole videos of Alice arc. And let's just say that I really enjoyed it until due to like the incident with the creator that did horrible things, House Master has to make these videos private. But I was able to remember what they said in the lines from the videos, because I've been watching them all the time, and I'm sure that will help. I will help Titans to you. Even when weapons blizzard goes their separate ways, these Blizzard will give weapons a gift to remember her by. Well, I forgot to add up. I could add in like before Blissey went her own ways after weapons trained her. She will give him like oh wait, I remember. She would like give him like the old piece of her shirt that was like a star, like a pink one, to help for reminiscing about their time together when they were training. Anyways, back to that. When SG4 and Blissey were like on 1-on-1 battle, Blissey was able to trap Mickey, Tori, SG3 in the static balls from with her latest weapons to slice and trap some people. That was until SG4 used that weapons on her and then she got trapped in. But there was a side effect of that weapon that she had. It caused her to lose her memories. So after they were set free, Mickey has separated from the Goomba version of herself, Licky. She became a real one. I guess that's how I kind of predicted on SG4 episode split. Man, I guess that AU idea kind of foreshadowed it. What's my favorite Sonic game? Well, to be honest, I haven't played any of those games, but I did see them on videos. I guess I like Sonic Adventure 2, where Shadow the Hedgehog first appeared, and Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generations, including with Shadow Generations, and what else? Sonic Colors and Sonic Frontiers. Most of the games that were quite popular, and I know some of the games that were, well, they tried. Like Sonic Boom are like some terrible games. If some of you guys like them, that's fine. But we all have different opinions. Anyways, after SG4 freed Mickey, Tori, and SG3 from Blissey static balls, and let's just say that they were fine, except Mickey got split from Licky, and Licky became like a real being, and she was became like a little pet or a little person of the team. But when Blissey came out, she turned back into like her former self, like before like Pulse of Vision arc happened. And except that she lost her memories, they try. Let's just say the crew wonders how does she know Mr. Puzzles? And saying they tried to keep her in the good side. She also befriended Lecky, who also became her little buddy. And it was until one particular day she felt the urges of her memories returning. And she remembers about her adopted father, Mr. Puzzles, and she reveals her story about him and his relationship with her as a family. That was when the crew realizes that she is his daughter and she didn't deserve to be alone. And also has sympathy and the reason why that he did all of that, because he was protecting her, doing things for her normal life. And that was until Mickey and SG4 are willing to take her in and change her for good. And she was also given her new upgrades of the limbs. Like she got her new bionic limbs and also got her rocket boots that made her fly, causing her new change of ponytails. Like I said, your story is interesting. Why, thank you! I have worked so hard on that, especially during some recent episodes of SG4. And what was that? That was when the preservation arc happened. That was when they come up with the idea. And I know you guys are aware of that. That when Mr. Puzzles had recruited Mr. Weapons and Tomb to break him out of jail. Well, in my AU, Mr. Puzzle was willing to get out of the prison because of the death cure will be happening to him. And he didn't want to leave his adopted daughter behind. And he also wants to get back to her. And he has to give gratitude to Mickey and SG4, even though they were enemies. And also during that, Blissey and Lecky were the only ones who are supportive for his redemption and his freedom from being sentenced to death, even though they didn't know what would happen. Game or Squid or the villains in your videos. Huh. That is interesting. A year ago, like Blissful Christmas Adventure. Well, I was trying to make it into that, but due to a lot of things that got busy, I didn't get the time to make the story. But I will get to that when November comes. Anyways, Blissey and Lucky were hoping to see Mr. Puzzles again because they were two people who were closest to him. And Mickey, she has to keep her promise to Sam, hoping that things will go right. When Guns and Puzzles in my AU happened, Puzzles had to make it to the fake out kidnap with weapons and tomb. And he was able to stage up a kidnap and also defeat the weapons. And after they get on the good side for Puzzles, and Mickey believes that he has changed, they let Blissey and Lucky to see him again. And their reunion would be like beautiful. like a child reuniting with a parent who was in jail for a long time. And a best friend and a pet. I don't know. Unlike Mr. Puzzles who got redeemed, Mr. Wizard will be redeemed as he took dark to be redeemed. I know I said it multiple times. I know you said that before. And I completely understand that. As I was saying, they have their reunion, and that was until things went south when Weapons and Tooth realized that Puzzles had betrayed them and lied to them. They went on fight, but this time with Blissey to fight by his side. She would not let anyone to hurt her father. And when Puzzles was defeated, Weapons outright exposed him, thinking that if he would use the SG4 crew. Now, as I have to say, I don't think Mr. Puzzles would actually gonna use the SG4 crew, including Mickey, for his good side. I think that he would try to get on the good side so they wouldn't hesitate to send him to death. And I can't say that I blame Mickey or SG4 for that. Let's just say that it's just their minds that were clouded with doubts or their beliefs. Each of them had differences, but I get that. Anyways, as I was saying, whew, I need to get some drink. That deception has caused Mickey to break down and being distraught by Puzzle's lie, but Blissey steps in to trying to get her to believe that wasn't actually what he was going to do. And that was when Mickey decided to say that he's never going to change, and Blissey and Lucky were too stupid to believe that he could change, and also being with him was a total mistake. And that was enough for Blissey and Lucky to be shattered. And I have to say that Guns N' Puzzles movie is the one movie in SG4 that got me in tears at the end. I can't say that I was so sad about it. And to say that I had my hope shattered that Puzzles wasn't going to get another chance, all because of what happened between them. And after Puzzles had flew by the death cube and Weapons escaped with Tomb, Blissey was distraught and angry by Mickey's opinion and her words. And she would outright blame her and SG4 for not believing in him, and also lied about not telling her about the death cube, as she was afraid about losing her and losing her family. That was when she had decided she didn't want to see them again and has to go find Puzzles with Lecky. And after they found him, he apologized to them and he wished them to be happy. And Blissey also explained that she was trying to be good too and trying to be strong enough to defend the ones she cared about. And all of that you guys get to know about where this is going. That was when Puzzles had said that he quit being a villain, quit his plans about getting 5-star ratings and the theme park. He says all those mean nothing to him anymore. He said that Blissey and Lucky were the best things that ever happened to him. And that's enough to convince them that they stay with him and support him. And they both forgive him as they were giving him another chance. But they know that puzzles will be hunted by the Death Cube and the police. That was when they decided to go to another universe where they'll be safe, where no one knows about his crimes. Let's just say that she has the powers of the portals where she goes through another dimension. And they head up to another dimension, like another universe. As you guys might guess about, I took the reference of the Spider-Verse. Yep, I have took inspirations from the Spider-Verse movies, where like many variations of Spider People, including another dimensions. When they get to another dimension, Puzzles, Blissey, and Lucky have their life starting over, where they live in the big city, and where they had to find a place to call home. And let's just say I made my OCs. Some of them they were like animals, and some were like humans, and that was how I really got into like hoping to give Puzzles a better life after all that, and hoping that he can start over. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. Alright, I'm back, and I got some water. Whew, man. Cool. Well, thank you, Hunter. I would have to say that you would not do. Well, there will be Sonic the Hedgehog 3 reference as a T series, the music box with Mr. Paulson and Weston. And I think we all know what it'll be. Uh, like your comic box? Or why do you look like me? Oh yeah, I remember. Like, yeah, you know how movie Sonic was like, excuse me, why do you look like me? And then movie Sonic was like, I don't look like you. You look like me. Why do you look like me? And we all get that. I got water, by the way. That's good. Now, guys, remember to drink water. Always stay hydrated. I'm gonna dab if you don't mind. Are you kidding me? Okay. Okay. There's more to it with my SNT4 AU with my character Blissey. After they settled in the big city, Puzzles had encountered with some new creatures, and some have become his friends. And let's just say I'm into My Little Pony and Sailor the Moon and coding some cartoons and involves with anthropomorphic animals. Okay, I'm gonna just go, well, that's fine. Let's just say I made a new OCs who eventually became Paul's friends. Jedi Star, the green tall unicorn, who was also hoping becoming a mage and who has some experience with magic. And he also reading some books. Natsumi, a tall pinkish red Karen, who has her love for nature and who was kind of the native one. And she moved to the city due to like her home got burned to the ground. Sasha, a black sassy tuxedo cat who happens to be like either sarcastic but has a good heart. And causing a woman, Delilah Carson, aka Rogue Heart. She happens to be a dashing jewel thief who would like to steal the jewelries and money. And let's just say that she's also who would like to ship him with Puzzles, who eventually became his girlfriend. I'm preparing for Mr. Woods to take over live stream. Yes! Thank you for reminding me that Titan 2. Yeah, if you guys wanted to see Mr. Winston take over live stream, be sure to go there. You don't want to miss it. And I certainly don't want to miss that. Speaking of Rohan, let's just say that she's an OC I made to be a love interest for Mr. Puzzles. And yes, I know there were a lot of shippings of puzzles and weapons, which is I don't hate that. I mean, it was. I mean, uh, I'm sorry. I just have no words. There will be more information about the Music Box arc. Okay, that would be interesting. As I was saying, the line love became a love interest for Mr. Puzzles because why not? A cyborg and a thief would be together because they have a lot in common. One, Delilah was lonely because of her divorce from her previous marriage. Two, she is the mother of her kids too. And 3, she was kind of like a bad girl, but she also doing it for the money. But she also has a good heart and feels sympathy for puzzles. And she also has her one arm that is bionic after her car accident. And 4 months went by. Okay, as I got to go straight to what's be 2025. And I'm aware you guys are aware of that. I am too. Let's just say that during what's be 2025, Lucia wonders about what the future would hold for her, for Mr. Puzzles, and Cozy Weapons. And yes, Weapons came to another world too to get away from the police in SG4 world with Tomb. But unlike the canon one, in my AU, Weapons have some regrets about ruining things for Puzzles and Pussy because they were close to him too, like the family he never had. And Pussy also saw him again. She was hesitant at first, but she eventually talked him over, and he eventually understand why. And he also apologized to her, and hoping that he will make up for Puzzles too. And for Mickey, let's say she was still sad about her breaking the promise to Blissey and Licky. And the cool thing, not letting Puzzles to speak. She felt like that it was her fault that she ruined things for Blissey. And she was feeling, and Blissey, at first she would hate her forever, but then she still has her sympathy and she still cares for her like sister she never had. And until one particular day, when they were about to meet up, Puzzles went to SG4 World to get get the YouTube remote when SG3 used it to try to take over SG4's channel. And as you guys might know that what's really going on in Walt 2025, but in my AU, but they were approached by a tall lavender star unicorn named Asteria. She is the OC that I made for Wall Street 2025. Let's just say she is a star alicorn, like the wings of the Pegasus, a horn of a unicorn, and like a mix of a unicorn and Pegasus. Alicorn. Some say it's like Pecacorn or Uniness or Unicis, whatever that is. Anyway, she also became Blissey's fairy godmother, as you guys may quote. And she supports Sarah, and she also told Puzzles that he didn't have to change the past to make up for his mistakes. And he won't have to face some of the consequences, and also starts anew by make make up for his mistakes, apologize to those he hurt, and also let go of the past and start living in the present for a bright future. And and unlike Weapons in the canon, in my AU, Weapons was trying to look for Puzzles, and he wants to apologize to him. And during the battles with all the felons, and Puzzles and Weapons work together to defeat them. And they also made up and became friends again. With Blissey's support, as she cares for both of them. Like she has Puzzles as her father and Weapons as her mentor, who eventually became his uncle. I think we all know where this is going now. As Puzzles tries to close the port, upset people will call him Mr. Wizard and knock off the Puzzles, even though Mr. Wizard is the reason Puzzles exist. Yep, I feel you. I feel you, man. Just ignore what people said. He's not a knockoff. He's the reason the puzzle exists. Just ignore what they say. Anyway, let me tell you guys a story. Actually, I'm continuing. So let me just finish up a story. As Puzzles tried to close the portal but couldn't reach it, that was until Weapons, Blizzy, Lucky, and their friends come to help him. As they all don't want to leave Puzzles alone, as he made things good for them. They also becoming like part of a family. And like Lucky's and Lucky is willing to help Puzzles because she was his first friend forever. And Blissey quoted, like in the Mario Brothers movie, nothing can hurt them as long as they're together. And as before the portal closed, Puzzles made amends to Mickey and the crew for what he'd done. And he also gave gratitude to them for looking after his daughter, as told as Blissey told Mickey that she forgave her in SG 4. As the portal closed, as they were inside the void, Lucy has a wishing star, which is given by Asteria. She made a wish that they would go back home, with puzzles, make up for his mistakes, and where they would live a better life. And that was, and when they got back, they celebrated of their reunion and their victory, where they reunited with the SCT-4 crew who forgave Puzzles for everything, and where Mickey and Blissey have their reunion after months of separation. And they also becoming like sisters. You have such interesting OC. Thank you, Titan Trios team. That is like an AU I wanted to give as like from SG for World Beat 2025. That's a saying I was kind of sad that puzzles and weapons were gone, and that was until a couple weeks. That was until months later the announcement trailer came, where Puzzles was actually getting his own spin-off series. I was so happy, and I was so excited to see him again. Maybe I'll reference placing it as a T series, the music box arc, if you're okay with it at least. Yeah, I'll be okay with that. I can't wait. And yeah. Oh, also forgot to mention, as Weapons gave a letter to SG4 to make sure Karen and the kids get that, he also After their victory, Weapons was approached by Karen, Zach, Katie, and Corey, where they all forgave him and they gave him another chance. It also said that he's the hero of that, since he helped Puzzles and his friends and his daughter to save the universe. And yes, in my AU, Weapons and Carrot are back together, currently dating, where Weapons is actually retired from being an assassin. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm back. Anyway, I have made some artwork to. Oh, hi, Cass. It's nice to see you. I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's true. He's my boyfriend. We met from online. Anyways, I did make tons of fan arts after the events of SG4 series, and I have made more along to come. And also in my AU, Puzzles and Delight or were dating, and that was until the one story and fanfic I made, which is I made from back in February, called 50 Rings of Rogue Heart, where like Delight, Puzzles, Weapons, and Carrot were on the romantic getaway in Paris. That was when the past of Delilah came back to her, where she met with her old boss, who was like the leader of the organization, where he demanded those to do some thievery for the money. Delilah tries to keep that a secret and keep Puzzle safe, which is raining down on her. As she enjoyed the date with him, that was until one night she was forced to do, like, stealing all the jewelry from the museum. That is when Puzzle's Weapons and Karen went to look for her and they encounter her old boss. And when they were about to fight him, the Lighthouse said that she shouldn't be with Puzzles because she didn't want him to be involved. Thus, ended up having her break up with him. And the reason why she did that because she has to fake that breakup, so she would have to get puzzles to safety. And when puzzles realized that what she did for him, they decided to get back to each other, and they eventually overpower her old boss. Before they were heading back home from Paris, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that Puzzles was about to propose to Delilah. But then in the end, Delilah ended up proposing to him, which he accepted as he asked her the same. They are now officially engaged. I will do like the fanfic and art about their marriage. Oh, and Delilah also became like a mother figure to Blissey. So yeah. I'm planning to making like a new fanfic for next month, since it'll be like around like beginning of summer, like at May or June. We'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, that's how I really got into like Institute for AU. So, you guys have any questions? Please let me know. I will answer. Now it's my turn. Hmm. I trust his story. Thank you. Your compliments and comments are very nice. By the way, I love your story. Thank you. I have a question. Oh, sure. You can ask me. What is your question? Round by Roblox. Hmm. I'd say I wasn't interested in Roblox, and it's the game, but they kind of gone like downhill. I heard something from the window. Like what? Check my god, I saw that creepy me. I was like, well, how could that be me when I'm chilling in my room? That is kind of creepy. I just passed out. Yeah. Oh wow, how could that possible? This might seem personal. Probably so. Told myself if I don't see it, I would go away, but I was wrong. Hmm. Sometimes it may work, but sometimes it doesn't. But it only happens in the movies or TV shows. It's a gating. I don't know, really, it's not the really correct. Couples on the other side have been less engaging. I really thought the Kirby project would like some more sparks. Still love you out. Yeah, love you too. It teleporting inside your room, and I feel so scared I have to go outside and hide somewhere. Hmm. Hiding in the park to where to hope they would find me, but he hoping he wouldn't find me, but he found me. I keep running and running and running, but he turned more creepy. If you have any ideas for the project, just let me know. I will once I have some ideas come to my head eventually. Lol. Oh man, he's such a charmer and comedic. Okay, in case you might wonder what else do I do? Comedic. You really think so? Oh, I know so. To say your ideas and some jokes brought me to smile. But then he teleported this time, he grabbed me. Oof. Okay, in case you guys may be wondering how I got into YouTube, well, let's just say I kind of have that since I was 14. I didn't make the videos until like around beginning of 2020s. I got into like some videos like character theme songs. That was where I met some group of people who made those. They're the ones who were inspirations, and the why I got into is like creating some character theme songs, including solo ones, and also, and I also saw some musics that were quite familiar, but also kind of got into making some song mashups to make them like sound familiar and also sync. But then he was speaking, but I didn't understand he was saying. Okay. I did make a bit of videos, but I should be going. Having college work and all. See you later. Okay, I'll see you later, cast. See you later, babe. Anyway, since I made some of the videos, but and if you guys are familiar for what team for what Titan Trio team had experienced, and I hear his reactions of Mr. Paul Sewell's reaction to calling all villains, but it got copyrighted. And I have to say some of my videos were copyrighted for some reasons, and I even pulled up some like the rules and sessions, and I did put up the who are the copyright owners are, and the cool thing, things, the cool thing is that it says only for entertainment purpose, and I get that copyright sucks. Copyright sucks. Yes, I know, I know. Then it became more terrifying. His face was so creepy and scary. Well, a week has been like a little hard for me because when I was out shopping, the bottle of Sarah fell onto my foot, right to my toe, hurting. It hurt so bad, and I had to limp for a while. I had to use the ice pack to heal up for swollen, and even gotten a bit of medicine for pain reliever. It was hard to move, but it wasn't hurt right now because it's getting better. I will be able to walk normal. I worked so hard on that video, but thankfully I may have saved it, so I might be uploaded in the future. Yes. So sorry to hear that, Edith. Yeah, it kind of sucked if I have like hurt foot, especially when you have the big toe to be the one that is painful. Oh, I guess myself was gone before I could do anything, so I built the room and I was never going to sleep. It's probably the kind of dream you had, or was it just a story? It was a true story. Okay. Okay. I know it doesn't feel great to have a hurt foot. Yeah, yeah, it wasn't great. And that's it for my story. That is interesting, Hunter. Not sure what to believe. Also, I will start the Mr. Wisdom take over live stream in 30 minutes. Oh, okay. Okay, I gotcha. Whew. Wait, something at my door. Hunter, I rather had to say do not do role play. Hmm. Okay, I'm just gonna be in like stream for like a couple of minutes and then I will end it because Titan Tree's team is going to do Mr. Western takeover live stream soon. I asked a question, but you didn't answer it. But I don't know if you saw the comment or not. Oh, what was the question? Is I didn't. I don't know if I ever saw it on chat. I didn't see it on live stream chat or in the comment section. I'm sorry. I don't think I saw the comment. I don't think so. I'm sorry. What was the question you were asking? question was, are you gonna live stream again tomorrow with the takeover? As you told me, it would be Lily Love Race. Yes, I will do that tomorrow. Since I have done Lily Love Race voice acting in your videos. I have a question. Would you like to voice act with me sometime soon? I don't know. I just had to think about that. And yes, guys, tomorrow I will be doing another live stream, but with Lily Love Race Takeover. So, so be sure to check on the updates. Oh, can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait either. Also, if you didn't know, I have Twitter X, whatever it's called. When you're about to end the live stream, you should do a little impression. Tell us to be ready for live stream. You do a little impression telling us to be ready for the live stream tomorrow, similar to what I do with my characters. Okay, I will do that. I will do that. Okay. What else? Oh yeah. I also took some inspirations about. As I say, I have some inspirations about doing the voice acting, like I did as Lily Lovebreaks. I've been practicing to voice as some female characters for the shows and movies, and some of them are easy, and some of them were a little hard, to say the least. And I was hoping that someday I would do like voice impression people are willing to if people are willing to notice. Like Turkey said. I have to say the Turkey impression as puzzles and weapons and some characters, they're great. Have an idea. Next takeover after Lily Lovelace Alice takeover. That's not a bad idea. I would like to do that. I would do Alice Adrian's from Mario the Music Box. I will do that. That is a good idea. Thank you, Turkey. Okay. Whew, okay. I guess that's okay. I'm going to end the live stream here, and thank you guys so much for coming over for a live stream. Be sure that you hit the like and subscribe and comment below if you'd like to see the new live stream and other videos I could do. Some really voice lines for you to use. I don't know, Hunter. I just don't know. Just don't ask me too much. I've been asked way too much, but there are some that I don't mind, and some that I would have to try to think whether I could do it or not. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining the live stream, and for my first time of a live stream, be sure to comment, subscribe, and like, and hit the bell icon to get notified. And be sure to check out on Turkey's Mr. Western Takeover coming up next. And be sure to follow him as well. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys so much. I will see you all for the next live stream. Thank you all and have a good day.